podcast, where we look at the whole picture in childcare while keeping you a step ahead. I'm Alicia.
And I'm Monique.
And happy anniversary to us. It's our 6-month anniversary. Yay! We're so excited. Thank you so much to everyone that has supported us on this journey so far. We really appreciate all the likes, the shares, the comments, the interaction.
Yes.
Keep it up. We appreciate it so much.
So get better
and better. We're gonna get better and better.
Yes.
So thank y'all so much.
We appreciate it.
Today's episode is about
gentle parenting.
We've heard it so much these days. It's like the
TikTok,
right?
On how it doesn't work,
right? Or somehow it does, but it's like a super hot topic for like the community of parents out there, and we want to talk about a little bit about gentle parenting today because in our world we call it positive guidance.
Yes. So basically, gentle parenting is what we do in childcare.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know as parents if you ever walked in and the other day I had a parent come to me and they seen their child picking up toys and he was like, he doesn't do that at home. And it's kind of like, well, he know better to do it here. Mm-hmm. But it's how do we get these kids to do in childcare the stuff we need them to do.
Right.
What are the steps and stuff? And basically it is gentle parenting.
Right.
So we're going to break it down. We're going to break it down. We're going to give you examples on what does it mean, the myths, the truth, what's, the name is kind of deceiving. Mm-hmm. I know that for sure. I had to look it up and then it came to me like, oh, this is what we do all the time. So,
sure. Yeah.
To start it off.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. So, my bad. But yeah, so I do want to say like a gentle parenting, like how what you were saying before, sometimes like parents will see, oh, what am I doing what am you doing that I'm not doing, that you are allowing my child or getting my child to do these hundreds of things, cleaning up or putting things away, feeding themselves, just anything. Basically, it's just us giving the opportunity for your child or our children to do something and allowing them to say, hey, this is how we do things.
Setting
the expectation rather than punishing for not doing something. So if you show them every day that after they're done with their toys, they'll eventually start cleaning up their toys without you having to ask.
Yeah. So the definition of gentle parenting is encouraging a partnership between child and parent. And so in childcare, positive guidance is just basically the same thing. We try to get a partnership with our kids, a trust, bonding, and that's basically this. We want the kids to trust that we believe what you can do and what you can't do, and we're going to guide you to do the right thing. But we wanted to make it look like it's their choice.
Right.
Because we all know if we are, kids are more defiant when we want them to do something and we pressure them to do it. And it's kind of like, don't touch the stove. I'm going to touch the stove.
Yeah.
So if you give them an expectation and a reason why, and I know a lot of like, why do I need to explain it? Because it just gives them a better way of knowing why I shouldn't touch the stove. So if you say don't touch the stove, I'm gonna touch it, and then we like learn from your consequences. But if I say you can't touch the stove because it's hot and it's gonna burn yourself, you're gonna burn yourself, then it gives them like, well, I don't want to burn myself, so I'm not gonna touch the stove. Right. So basically, gentle parenting is that, just setting the expectation, explaining it, encouraging them to do the right thing, and if they don't do it, they're gonna learn from natural consequences. But either or, they're going to learn without it being so much as a demand or so harsh, basically.
Yeah, definitely. I think that when you choose to use positive guidance, gentle parenting, like I have 2 children, my children that I bore myself. One of my kids will do what you ask. He will, if you tell him don't touch the stove, he's not going to touch the stove. My other child needs an explanation for everything. And it really works well with him because once I explain it, I don't have to anymore. He just won't do it. But he just needs that extra step because he's very inquisitive. You gotta think this is also the stage where your children are learning, and how can you learn without understanding? And so sometimes you just have to take that extra step and say, hey, the stove is hot. it will burn you, and when you get burned, it hurts, and it will hurt for a long time. Things
Yes.
like that. Because I mean, think about it as an adult. There are things if at work, if somebody says, "I need you to go do such and such," and you have no idea why you're doing it, are you more willing to do it if you know why?
The whole attitude, why
Right.
you told me to do this, and I don't even know what I'm doing. No dumb boss.
She don't even know what she's talking about.
I don't even know how to do it. But if it's like, hey, can you go make copies and pass it out to people so everybody can know, blah, 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 blah.
Right.
Okay, yeah, that's straight. I know, it's more enlightening of what you're doing, and you're more willing to do it.
Right,
so
exactly.
It's basically with kids.
Yeah, kids, people think that children and adults are so vastly different. But in all honesty, a lot of the same things apply for our children as it does for us as adults. So,
and basically, you just
bring it down a notch.
You're putting it on their level.
Right.
And then you also, I mean, if you ever, and this is so me, you do stuff with your kids, and as you work, you be like, I ain't doing this to my kids when I grow up. And then you grow up and you have kids and you find yourself doing the same thing as your parents. And it's like, you didn't like it as a kid, but here you are doing it to your kids, even like yelling or just saying no or all that stuff. So gentle parenting is eliminating the yelling, the feeling like you don't have a choice in your life. And even that is a major thing for kids, feeling like I have no control, I have no choice, I have to do. And that's why they grow up and they rebel. And it's kind of like, I'm free, let me do whatever I want now.
It's so true, because like if you think about it, when you're a kid and you don't have a choice in doing anything, I mean, when your parenting style or teaching style or just adult child relationship style is because I said so, oftentimes, that child will grow up to be a quiet child. And when I mean quiet, I mean like they won't speak up for themselves. Like they don't have a voice. And I mean, a lot of us grew up in that era. I know a lot of millennials grew up in the era where it's like, do what I tell you to do because I told you to do it. And as an adult, when you go to the workplace and you like, I need a raise, but you feel like you don't got no voice, you're not gonna speak up, and you out here living broke because you, as a child, you never got a chance to voice your opinion. I know it's easier to tame the wild beast of opinion than it is to grow a voice.
Yes.
It's way easier. So I'd rather our children to have a big voice and say what they need to say, and us have conversations. That's part of that gentle parenting.
Yes.
Having that conversation, having that explanation. I'd rather have that than no voice at all.
Exactly. Yeah. And like you said, gentle parenting is about giving your child the words. I know one example is, I see a lot of kids have tantrums, and what would be shown as gentle parenting is like, Johnny, don't cry, it's okay. No, that's not gentle parenting. Basically, it is, I see you're having some feelings. Even with Tayson, when my 2-year-old, he gets mad, we're always like, are you upset? Are you angry? Are you sad? We're giving him something to label that feeling that he's having. And it is okay for you to do that. I'm going to let you have your feelings. And then when you're done, you can come talk to me, and I'll go sit down, and he can have his feelings. Why can't you be mad?
Right.
Why can't you be sad?
Right.
It's a human emotion.
Right.
And we should not suppress it and be like, you gotta hush that noise up. No. Cry. Get it out, and then when you're done, we can talk about how you feel, why you felt like that. Even at 2, he come, Nimai hit me. Okay, I know you were, it might have hurt your feelings that he hit you. What do you need to go do? And he'll go tell Nimai not to do it anymore. But that's giving him the words at 2 years old that hurt my feelings. So then guess what? When he's able to be more expressive, he don't have to cry and throw a tantrum. He can go to Nehemiah and be like, yo, you hurt my feelings.
Right.
Like, I didn't like it. And truthfully, when Nehemiah, he's 12 now, was little, I called it daycare talk, but I did that to him. I didn't know at the time it was gentle parenting or,
positive guidance.
I just called it daycare talk.
Right.
And about 2 years old when Nehemiah was able to talk, he used to be like, "You're making me mad. You're making me angry." He was able to label his emotions. So
I have a parent right now that's like we have a child in our center, and he everything frustrates him. Mm-hmm. So he's always frustrated. I'm so frustrated. I'm so frustrated. And then so I told his mom, I was like, "Yeah, I frustrated whoa. I frustrated your child today." And she was like, "That's your fault. You gave him those words to use." And, like, it wasn't even, it's not anything negative, but it's just like
he's able to do it.
He knows exactly how he's feeling, and he very well articulates all of his feelings. And whether or not it may be frustrating for me that he articulates so well, but I'd rather have that. Yeah. And also, I do want to say that positive guidance doesn't also have to be a negative thing. Like, we talk about it, like how kids cry, use their feelings, and have tantrums, but it also can be a positive light on it. So when your child is excited or happy, help them figure out how to label those feelings as well, and what makes them comfortable, what makes them not comfortable. Those things are essential to our children's development, socially and emotionally as well, good and the bad. So always remember that positive guidance is not just for when they have a tantrum. Yeah,
it's everything.
It's for their life.
Yeah. It also, it builds, and remember when she says positive guidance, she's saying gentle parenting.
Gentle parenting.
It builds their confidence because it also, you give them choices. So a lot of parents have difficulty with kids wanting to pick out their clothes. And then it turned into a whole big deal because what they want to wear is not what you want them to wear. So positive parenting or positive parenting. Yeah, I'm getting mixed up now. Gentle parenting is also, you pick out 2 outfits. Let's say a blue shirt and a red shirt. You pick them out. The kid comes, you get to pick out your clothes today. You can wear the blue shirt or the red shirt. Which one do you want? And they're picking what they want to wear, but it's also you picking out. Right. And they don't understand that. They're just like, "Ooh, I'm gonna wear I get to wear the red shirt today." Yeah. All excited. And even if it becomes like, I don't want to wear that, I believe in natural consequences. So if it's not like really cold outside and your child don't want to wear a jacket, let them go. Outside with no jacket. Guess what? They're gonna be cold. They're gonna come back to you.
They're gonna hit the door like, "Ooh,
I'm cold." "Oh, it was cold outside. Mommy told you not to wear a jacket, to put a jacket on." Yeah. Now you know why. And then the next time you say, "We need to wear a jacket," they're gonna remember, like, last time I was cold and mommy said that. Yeah. So that's what it is. It's not necessarily like you just letting the kids do whatever they want and they're dictating you. No, you're guiding them to make choices and decisions that are correct. And it's just how you're speaking to them, giving them self-esteem, building the expectations, helping them make the decisions they need to make. Another example is how you talk to them, as in like saying no. I know there's like, you don't say no, but it's not necessarily like you don't say no because everything is a yes. Instead of, like we say, touching the stove, you would just explain why you're not. If you're playing outside and you got to stay in my sight, well, why? Oh, you need to be safe, stay in this area so mommy can see you, so nobody, you're just explaining it instead of just, so it's basically you're taking the negative, knows the negative, don't do that, and you're putting a positive spin on it, as in like explaining why you can't do it. So it's like, no, you cannot do that. It's more of, I'd rather you not do that because this can happen. Right. This will, be the consequence of it. And it's just letting them understand that.
Yeah, for sure. I think that like one of a great example of how we use gentle parenting or positive guidance in a classroom or in the center setting or in home, wherever you are, when it's a childcare setting, rather. When you give, instead of having class rules, having class reminders. So a rule would be, don't run inside. A reminder would be, inside we use our walking feet. So you take away the negative of what is happening and you suggest the positive. You suggest, inside we use our walking feet. When we go over classroom reminders, we say, inside we use our walking feet. Friends, why do we use our walking feet? Because it keeps us safe. So we won't run into each other. so we can have space and move around safely in the classroom. They'll give you those answers because they know why they're doing it. And I promise you they will do it when they know why they're doing it.
Yes. When you put a reason why that they understand, they'll do it. Even like you say, we use walking feet instead of don't run, or don't yell, don't scream. We use inside voices. It gives them something instead of me yelling and I want to know what happens when I yell. They're we use inside voices. Okay, I'm gonna use my inside voice because it's gonna be really loud. So it's like they understand it more. And I also seen this TikTok where the mom was like, don't hit me with the ball, and the child threw the ball. And she was saying that at certain ages they only hear that last part of the sentence. So it's not don't hit me with the ball. All they hear is hit me with the ball. And I can honestly say I believe that, because when you talk to a toddler or even a young preschooler and you be like, so and so, you understand? And what they say, I stand. I understand.
Or don't hit me with the ball. Ball?
Yeah. So you shorten it, like take away, because all they hear is that last part. So it's basically like inside voices. Inside voice, yes. Inside voice. Walking feet, yes. Walking feet, yes. So it's kind of like you're just twisting it to give the positive of what you want them to do.
Right. I know, like example. This is my last example. In the car, like I cannot drive. I don't drive with music. It's quiet in my car. Okay. So when children are in the car with me, it's conversations. We don't, ain't no music turned up real loud, whatever. So if they're playing in the back seat, which we know all children are going to play in the back seat, we have a car voice. Okay. This is the car voice. The car voice don't go no higher than this level. And that's just it. You can play all you want. You play, fight, whatever you're doing in the back seat. But the car voice is the car voice. And if I hear you above the car voice, you can correct yourself, because this is not what we sound like in the car. We can sound like this outside. We can sound like this on the playground. We can sound like this in the house. But in the car, not in close proximity.
So instead of you being, we don't talk loud in the car.
Yeah, stop screaming in my car.
We use our car voice.
Yeah.
So, that's basically what gentle parenting is setting expectations, letting the kids or your children know the expectations, and just taking away that negative notation of what you want them to do, and giving them the choice. It's not necessary. It eliminates power struggles. It eliminates, frustration and everything. And then it also helps build your child's vocabulary and give them a voice. So when they get older, they can say, instead of acting out, they can be like, you're making me upset right now. And, I give them, are you upset right now? You need to walk away. My stairs is my little space. Go sit on the stairs until you're done. And then you're an adult, you will know, like, I'm getting angry. I need to walk away. You know what I mean? Like, it gives them that stuff. If you're happy, are you excited? Are you happy? What's happening? And it can give them a way to express, yes, I'm happy because I did this and this and that. You're giving them words. And basically, like I say, that's gentle parenting. Set your expectations. You're setting boundaries. It's actually beneficial more than the old-fashioned authoritative, lackadaisy. Like, there's different type of parenting styles, but the gentle parenting is kind of not a mixture, but it's just a way where it eliminates the frustration, the yelling, set your boundaries, set your expectations, building confidence and stuff like that. So I think that's all. If you have any more questions on gentle parenting, please, or positive guidance, please contact us. We can give you more examples. We can give you, help you with it if you decide that's the type of parenting you want to do, or, change. We can help guide you in that journey.
And don't forget, if you do choose to use gentle parenting as your parenting style, don't forget that it does take time. It's not that is something that you build over time. It's not gonna be something that just, especially if you're switching from one parenting style to another, it's gonna take some time for your child to understand and get ready for that. So like she said, if you do have questions or anything like that, please feel free to reach out to us, because that you might need some encouragement if you're switching from one style to another. Now, if you start off with gentle parenting, it's pretty. It still takes time, but it's pretty smooth sailing.
And like, if you need help on how to transition, or in a situation like how do we turn this into gentle parenting, like I say, me and Alicia are basically trained on that. That's what they train us to do in childcare. And like I say, it works, because if you go to a childcare room who's doing that, them kids will be, like I say, that dad came in, that little boy, clean up your mess. He put it away, took the bucket, put it up, and the dad was just like, he does not do that at home. He literally like, he don't do that at home. He go in the house, dump everything out, and leave it there. And I'm
he's not expecting. He doesn't have the expectation.
In my expectation, you whatever you take out, you put up. Yeah, you put it up, and they know when it's time to clean up. They put it up and they know, but it's because it's an expectation, and it's how we positive guidance or gentle parenting inside the daycare. Right. So, with that being said, don't be this gentle parenting.
Gentle parenting also means boundaries. So, you can be gentle, you can love your kids and be all loving, but you still have to set boundaries for your children. So, don't think that gentle parenting does not exclude boundaries. It does have boundaries. So, a way you can prevent things from happening, certain situations from happening, is giving your child an expectation or the knowledge and tools they need to know to not do something or to do something. Yes. So here's the example of not so good.
Real life story. Not with us though.
Right. So there was a child, and you may have heard the story, but there was a child who brought alcoholic beverages to school and shared them with their friends.
You get
school. So it was like mini margarita bottles. Yeah. And this child was like, here, you want to pour some of your little lunch cup?
Shots. Second grade, shot.
I know we celebrate our anniversary, our little 6 months, but we don't share it with the kids. But anyway, this child did not have the boundary or the knowledge, or the boundary wasn't enforced enough to say, oh, I shouldn't take this to school,
or this is not for
this
me.
Is not, number one, this is not for me.
Exactly.
Number two, I probably shouldn't touch it. Number three, not only not touch it, take it, put it in my book bag, and get it to school and share it. Yeah. So, how would you feel if you was a parent getting a phone call? Well, I got two questions. How would you feel as a parent of the child who poured the drinks out getting the phone call? And how would you feel as a parent receiving the child as a child that received it?
I don't even know. Like, if I ever get a call like, "Hey, Miss Marshall, Tayson was passing out margaritas," I would just be stunned. I would be embarrassed. I would be like, "Oh my God!" The first thing I'll probably do is check my refrigerator. Like, he really took something. Right. And I would be mortified, because I would feel like I would have to apologize
to every parent,
to all the parents, and I know they're gonna be looking at you like, "What you doing? Why your kid could just take stuff?" Right. But we're not saying like we don't know the parents and the backstory. But it's just crazy. It is. And if I was a mom or a parent who they had a call and say your child had some margarita from this other child, like I said, I'll be looking at that parent like, "Man,
what is going on at your house?
First, is my child okay? Do I need to take him to the hospital? Second,
how much did he drink?
What are y'all gonna do to this parent? Are y'all gonna call? Like, what's the protocol? Because this is ridiculous." Yeah. But what about you?
I'm saying, I'm like, well, if my child was a child that passed it out, I don't know what I would do. I don't know. Because we're laughing about it, but it is a very serious situation. And it's like, what were you thinking? Exactly. Like, what did you think that this was a kid drink? Was it too colorful? What made you want to do this and then share it with everybody? What attracted to you, and then what made you want to share it? So I would want to know more about it, but from my child, or hearing from my child. But also, if I was on the receiving end, like, "Hey, your kid had a couple of drinks today." Excuse me.
They was celebrating.
First of all, where was the teacher when he was passing out?
Exactly. Was it at lunch?
How many kids had a drink?
How many cans did he bring?
Right. A drink, that's what I'm saying.
Like,
how
many cans? And
is it a screw off
Did
top? Like,
did everybody have a cup?
How did this go down? Because my thing is, how did this go down? Because how do you miss somebody passing out drinks? There's no way I would miss that in my class.
No.
There's no way I wouldn't be like seeing my kid or the kid in my class pouring out drinks. So, I have so many questions. It would just, I would have so many questions. More questions than answers.
But
I'm sure.
We're going to give you some tips on
how
to prevent this in your house.
Yes.
First of all, kids can understand what they can and cannot have.
Yes.
In my house, this is an adult drink. You do not drink adult drinks. This is for a drink. Even if you got to put you cannot drink this because it'll make you sick.
Mm-hmm.
No, they don't want to get sick. This is going to make you sick. You can't drink it. This is mommy drink. Mommy, I know one person was like, this is mommy relaxing drink or whatever. I've heard that before. Mm-hmm. But if you explain that this is not for you, this is an adult Brevler's adult drink, you cannot try that. That's for, preschool and up who can comprehend.
Right.
So then they know there's going to be a consequence if I do this because it's not for me.
Right.
Second, there's refrigerators with locks on them. Even if you got to get a mini refrigerator, put your drinks in there, put a lock on it, or some parents don't want to, but you can put a lock on your big refrigerator. Obviously, this child needs some boundaries on what they can and cannot take.
There's some there are, I can't think of the name of it, but there's some locks on Amazon. It couldn't go on any cabinet or refrigerator or whatever. So there's something that you need to, you probably put a link in the description.
Well, listen, if we find it, we're going to put a link.
Put a link in the description so you'll see.
You can get it if you need it.
Right. So you just put it on each side of the door and then the side of the refrigerator. So if you want to open, it won't open basically unless an adult can open it.
And it is a safety issue.
Yeah.
If your child, we hear a lot on the news like kids having alcohol, drugs. It's a safety issue, and that's why you have child locks. Child locks are just not for babies, toddlers. They're for preschoolers because if you're not explaining, and most parents kind of hide it or don't even think about it, but you have to explain to these kids what they cannot, and that's part of setting the boundaries in your house.
And that's part of gentle parenting.
It's part of parenting in general. It's like you have to, you explain to your kids it's okay, they understand. Mm-hmm. So that was a funny story.
Right. But
we are going to celebrate Juneteenth.
Juneteenth is my favorite holiday.
Yes, we're so excited about
y'all.
Juneteenth.
I had my Juneteenth.
Happy Juneteenth.
Let me tell you, happy Juneteenth.
Wait, this is the first year it's like an official holiday, ain't it?
I think it is.
Is it? It's the first year. Yay! We got an official holiday.
So we want to celebrate Juneteenth by giving y'all some of our favorite books that highlight people of color or that are illustrated. Right, because representation does matter. And we can do the first. This will be our first book.
You guys see it?
I am smart. I am blessed. I can do anything. This is a really, really good book. It's heavy on the affirmations.
Yes.
It is. We read this book on another show.
Story Times with Miss Pat or Bedtime
Stories with Miss Pat.
Check her out.
Yeah, she's real good. Bedtime Stories with Miss Pat. We watched it. We read this story on that on her show, and this is a really good book if you want to encourage your children, to help them reaffirm how they feel about themselves, build some confidence. Because our children, especially children of color, we need a little extra boost in the world because the world won't boost you. Exactly. So this is one of the things that we try to enforce in our children's lives. Black boy joy.
Little boy color.
Yeah. So this is a really good book. Okay. And then
listen, this I've never seen. It is a storybook Bible, and it got the peoples of colors in it.
Okay. The peoples of colors is in the storybook Bible, and this is specifically for children. So it's not a Bible. It just has the Bible stories in it. So like it has the stories of like, I'm gonna give you a couple. The story Adam and Eve, Cain and Abel, Noah, but the illustrations are people of color. So
representation matters.
Right, because we know most of the people in the Bible were people of color. So we want to make sure that we are including all of our people in the things that they read, and our children see representations of themselves and other people. Because even if you're not a person of color, you need to know that there are other people that are not like you in this world. Exactly. So,
but there's more books we'll
definitely highlight.
We'll highlight in our comments or whatever. On our Facebook page, we'll put just a whole thread of just different books of representation, not just people of color, but we'll do
all types of representation.
Yes,
yeah. So definitely, happy Juneteenth to all of out there. Happy Juneteenth, and I want to say it's the first year it's official holiday. Yeah, so enjoy barbecue, cookout. Yes,
do what you do just like you would do on 4th of July.
Right. Period.
Yes, it's our holiday, boots.
Anyway, but thank you for watching. Thank you for joining us. We are really, really appreciative of all your support of the last 6 months.
Yes.
And we really, really encourage you to share and with others who may need this, who have questions. And we encourage you to continue watching us, like, subscribe. Yes. Thank you for getting us to ambassador level on Spotify.
Yes.
Woo, 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 woo. Appreciate y'all on that, and thank you so much. So y'all contact us at a.wholeway@gmail.com. Also a Whole Step Ahead podcast on Facebook, a Whole Step Ahead podcast on Instagram. Be on the lookout for our TikTok coming soon.
Yeah,
if you follow us on TikTok, you'll see some of our little.
We're gonna do more.
Yeah, right. We got a few. We got a couple on there, but just follow us on all of our social media, Instagram, Facebook.
It'll be at the bottom.
Spotify, all of that.
On the corner at the
somewhere bottom. Around here. But yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Have a good day. Bye.
Bye.